Hi everyone. So in this video we are going to be looking at grouping our rows. So let's first just take a look at our countries table. Countries, and if we look at this, it has some 13 rows, I think. But let's just say I wanted to just group all of the countries with the same region ID. So I just want this 5 once, the 4 once, the region ID 1 once. I want each of them only once. So what I can do is I can do select star from countries, group by, that's what we are going to be using, and in our group by clause we just give it an attribute name which is region ID, and let's just go ahead and try this out. So as you can see, it has grouped all of them by the region ID, and as far as the country code and country name is concerned, it just picks up a random country code or country name from the table which has this region ID, and then it just skips all the others with the region ID 4. And this is not actually a good idea because it introduces quite some randomness in our tables, in our results. And as far as the sublime tools are concerned, it's picking up the country with the which comes first. So this country code for Brazil will be the first one that has a region ID 4. So let's actually just look at this. And if you look at this, it takes Brazil for region ID 4. That's because that was the first one with region ID 4. It takes Bhutan with region ID 1. It should take Canada with region ID 3, and as far as region ID 2 is concerned, it should take Germany. So let's just look at this. So as you can see, it takes Brazil, Bhutan, Canada, Germany. And I can also add a condition here. So select star from countries where region ID is greater than 1. So I don't want this 1 right here, and then I say group by region ID. So let's just do this, and it gives me these 4 region IDs, 5, 4, 3 and 2. And my condition could also be something else. I could say something like country code not equals Australia, so AU, and this will again give me 4 region IDs, and that's basically because Australia is the only one with a region ID 4. So instead, if I change this to BR for Brazil, I'll again get 5 region IDs, and that's because it says the country code can't be BR, so I'll just take another country with the region ID as 4. So that's how this grouping works, and this grouping is actually really useful when it comes to finding an aggregate function. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say select count star from countries where actually I don't want a where, I'll just say group by region ID, and let's just go ahead and run this, and as you can see, it gives me some 1, 2, 4, 2 and 4. This actually doesn't make too much sense, but let's actually add a region ID here, and now run this. What this is giving me is for every region, it's giving me the number of countries here. So for region ID 5, I've got 1 country, which is Australia. For region ID 4, I've got 2 countries, Brazil and Uruguay. So that's how this is working, and this is where group by actually makes a lot of sense. We are saying group the countries by region ID and then give me the count of each. And when we use this group by, it's actually a good practice to just use either an aggregate function here or the attribute according to which we are doing the grouping. Even if SQL systems allow you to do something like a country code here, it's actually not a great idea to do it this way, because then it's just giving me some random country code. Again, in this case, it's giving me the first one that it comes across. So it's giving me Australia, Brazil, Bhutan, Canada, and Germany. So you shouldn't be using this right here, but that's basically how group by works. And let's take a look at this point at our currencies table. From currencies, and let's just say I want the average of these, but then I want it grouped according to the region ID again. So what I'll do is I'll do select, let's decide what we want to select later. So I'll first do from countries, join currencies using country code, and then I do something like group by the region ID, and here I want to select the region ID. So select region ID and then the average of the value USD. So that's what I want. So what this will give me is basically for the region ID 1, which is Asia, it'll give me the average of this value USD for INR and PKR. So it'll give me the average of 75 and 167, and for Great Britain pound it'll just be the same. So let's try running this. So as you can see, for 1 it gave me the average of those two values, which comes out to be 121.67. so that's basically how we can use this group by clause. And in the next video we'll take a look at how we can put conditions on our aggregate functions. So I'll see you there.